What is going on, YouTube? It is MinecraftToGo here, and today I'll be showing you how to install essentials into your Minecraft Craftbukkit server. This is for 1.0.0 and through anything for 1.0. Okay, so this is my first video with my new microphone, the Yeti Pro. It is epic, but unfortunately it catches my key presses and my mouse click, so you're going to have to bear with that, I guess. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to the first link in the description, and it'll be brought into this page on the forums.bukkit.org, and then you want to scroll down just a little bit, and you want to download Essentials Core download, Essentials Extras download, and Group Manager download. Click, click, and click. Alright, you get 3, and they're only like, maybe not even megabyte each, I think, or no, they're probably like a few megabytes, but it doesn't really matter. You can minimize out of this or close it, and then you want to go into your server. Now remember, this has to be Craftbukkit. If you don't know what Craftbukkit is, click the second link in the description, which is how to make a Minecraft 1.0.0 server for Craftbukkit. Oh, Craftbukkit, okay, yeah. Okay, you know, wow, I'm talking really fast. Slow down. Slow down, MinecraftToGo. Slow down. Okay. So then once you're in your server folder, you want to go into the plugins, which automatically generates when you first start your server. And then you want to open all these .jars. It's going to select all, right click, let's see, open, where's the open? Open, there it is, at the very top. Okay, close, close, close. Alright, so now there should be 3, yep. So you're just going to drag everything in here. There will be 9 total. And to open these, I believe you have to have WinRAR, but for some Windows computers, it'll just open in a folder. But I prefer using WinRAR. I can't say it. WinRAR, but you can also use WinZip or 7-zip. Any of those works, but WinRAR is the best in my opinion, because after your 40-day trial, you can still use it free of charge, I guess. And then just click Start that bat, and you're going to get a lot of infos and severes, or not severes, but you know. And once it gets the group manager info bucket permissions updated, you can just click type in stop, and it will stop your server. Fantastic. And then you want to go back into your plugins, and there will be 4 folders generated. Alright, now just open up your essentials, and click the third link in the description and download Notepad++. Alright, this will help you so much when you're editing .yml files. So much it'll help you. Alright, so just open up config.yml. Let me zoom in here. Alright, that seems good enough. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. If not, full screen is your best friend. So op's color name. Now, if you ever have an op, okay, you know, let me open up something to show you. Okay, so you're just gonna type in Minecraft color codes into Google and click the first one. And scroll down a bit, and here, okay, so here, these are going to be like here. All right, so this means that these are color codes. If you ever seen someone in Minecraft chat do like type in color like this, and their message, not their username or anything like that, it's because they did and whatever those, and then they type their message. Okay, so but here, when you're typing in here, you're not going to use your and sign. You're just going to use, and C is red, but let's say we want to make it aqua, which is B. Alright, so now if I'm an op, my name will be in the aqua color or whatever. Now if you use the command /nick, the person's name and what you want them to be, this will come up in front of their name. So like, let's see, I nick myself MinecraftToGo because mine's Swornix Killer, but I don't like that, so it'll appear like that. But if you don't want it to be at all like that, you can just delete that. And now, so I'll just be MinecraftToGo in the game. That's one of my favorite commands in this. Disable this. You don't need to worry about that. Teleport cooldown. The delay in seconds required between, like, if you do /spawn or teleport to someone, or home or /TPA, how many intervals in seconds do you want it before they can do it again? I usually make it 10 so they don't spam it, which sometimes lags your server, sometimes it doesn't. And now teleport delay, I usually make this 5 because let's say they do /spawn, it'll take, let's say, please stand still for 5 seconds before you spawn, or even if you teleport to someone, this makes it so that if they're being attacked or they're about to die, they can't just do /spawn and get out of it like a wimp. they actually have to stand still. So yeah, it's better now. The delay in seconds required between /heal attempts, I usually just keep that 60. It's pretty self-explanatory. Blacklist, okay. So let's say I want to block TNT, I'll just put 46, and or lava forms. Oops, it needs to be comma, sorry. Or let's say, I think 317 is lava bucket. Oops, 317. Something like that. And yeah, so all those you cannot spawn those unless you're like op or higher or a certain rank. So yeah, just delete that. Don't really need it. And don't need to worry about this. Now spawn mob limit. When you do the command /spawn mob, then you do type like say creeper. Now I do 50. It'll limit that to whatever this is. So I usually make it 50 just because I like spamming my server a lot. And now 1 on spite. When someone uses like /lightning buzz light year or whatever, it'll say you're about to be smited or whatever like that. So if that's true, it will display that message. If false, it will not. Don't need to worry about this or any of this. Kits. Oh, and before I forget, if you're Notepad++, you need to go to settings, preferences, and language menu /tab settings and do replace by space. Because if I do this, enter, it's going to do a tab and then 2 spaces. And you do not want that because you'll get a whole bunch of errors. Watch. Never mind. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to risk it messing up. Alright, so let's say I also want to give them 3 torches when they do, that's how, okay, let me explain. When you do the command /kit, and this is tools, okay, right here, this is the kit name. I would get, I think these are diamond pickaxes and all that tools, and then 3 torches. And so yeah, and then later at the bottom for some reason it does a price, and the delay is the interval. I usually make that 2 minutes so they don't spam it out. And all right, and so here's your item ID, and then the amount. And now all items ID have to be followed by an amount, or else it will not work. So 3 torches. You can't just put like torches like this. It does not recognize it. So you have to put the item ID, and you can just here, and you can do Minecraft item IDs. Click the first one, click this image right here, and then click that image again, and here's all your item IDs. So I usually keep these open when I'm editing stuff. It's pretty useful. Disable all signs. Signs disabled. That means if it's false, it means they're enabled. If it's true, it means they're disabled. Backup, don't even really worry about that. Just keep that. Per warp permission. Now, if you do the command create warp derp, okay, when someone does /warp derp, let's say their default, and you don't want them to do it, you have to give them permission for that, like say in the builder rank or whatever. Per warp permission, yeah. So I usually just keep that false. And now, when you do the /list command, if you've ever been in a server, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of people usually, and it's like, and they have the ranks, and sort lists by group. That means like, it'll come out something like this: builders, derpers, and then trusted, herpers, like that. But, so that's if you make that true. If it doesn't, it'll be all one jumbled mess. Don't need to worry about debug. Remove God on disconnect. Let's say I do /God. I'll have God until I do /God again, which will disable it. So if you want them every time they disconnect, it has to how would I say it? Like, it takes it off. You make that true. Use bucket permissions. No. Auto AFK. Now AFK stands for away from keyboard. So if they're away from their keyboard and they're gone, I think this is 61, 20, 24. This is like 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes, okay? Right here. Took me a little bit to figure that out. So if they're AFK for 5 minutes, they'll immediately go to this player is now AFK. Like say MinecraftToGo is now AFK. It will say that message right there. And when you're and when you do anything like mine or like break one block or say anything, it'll say is no longer AFK. Yeah, so after 5 minutes, it will say that you're AFK, and now I'm usually make this 600, which is 10 minutes. wait, no. Yeah, it's 10 minutes, sorry. So if they're AFK for 10 minutes, they'll be kicked from the server because it's going to cause lag. Free is AFK player. So last time I used this, it was glitchy. If you make this true, they cannot move, but they are temporarily left invincible. So if they're getting attacked, if they're getting raped by mobs, they can do /AFK, wait it out until day comes, and then they can just do /AFK, and then they go back to whatever they were doing. Disable item pickup while AFK. This means if they're sitting somewhere, they won't pick up any items while they're AFK. So this is good for mob traps, as it says right there. Death messages, you know, it'll say like you were slain by derp herp derp, but backwards. Yes, you know, you can disable that by making this false. But I like those and I keep it true. Oops, true. Okay, don't need to worry about that. Default stack size. Now let's say I do /I, which is also the shorthand for give, like say your username, and then the ID and all that. You can just do /I, the item ID, say 50. I give myself 100. This means that it will not just limit it to 64 or whatever you have there. Say I make this 64, I will only get 64, and if I do 63, I'll get 63, so it limits that. Now if you make it -1, which stands for infinity, if I do 100, I'll get a stack of 64 and a stack of, I don't know, yeah, the rest. Oversized stack, how many items should be in an oversized stack? Just leave that as 64. Repair enchanted, if you do like, there's a repair sign, I think, or I can do / I never really use this, but you might be able to Google this. If you do repair sign, you want them to repair enchanted stuff, make that true or false. Register back in listener, just you don't need to worry about that. When users die, should they respawn at the first home instead of their spawn point or bed? Just keep that at false. It will keep it better. So when they die, they spawn. They go to the spawn point instead of their bed. Spawn if there's no home set. If you do /bed or /home, you'll go directly to the spawn. I just make that false. It will say like you have no bed or you have no home, you homeless hobo. No, it'll just say like you have no you have no bed or whatever. Now if someone, let's say, you know, in the server everyone has to sleep for it to become day. Well, if you set this true, if one person sleeps and everyone else is awake, that one person who sleeps at night, it will become day for them and everyone else will be night. To keep this away from griefing and all that, I make this false because at night it's harder to see. Now, if you give these nodes into Group Manager, which I'll show you later or in another video, because this video is getting quite lengthy, they are allowed to have 3 homes, so you can do /set home derp, /set home herp, /set home you mad bruh, you mad bruh. So they can have 3 homes, and they can have 10 for staff and 5 for VIP. Default 3. I usually just make it so you have to give them the node for them to have this. Default is 1. So yeah. Set time. So when someone does /TPA and then their someone's name, like that. Okay. So after this many seconds, will the request be canceled? So I just keep this 120, and 0 is for no timeout. This is 2 minutes, so after 2 minutes, the request goes bye-bye. All right, starting balance. This is how much money they start up with. Now, if you didn't have iEconomy, which I highly recommend getting, and iEconomy chest shop, this will be this is how much they'll start out with. But if you have iEconomy, just make it 0. But since I'm not gonna have it installed in this, I'm just making like $50. And now here's your command cost. So the kit-tools, kit-tools, I'll make this 5. You would have to enter that here because for some reason they don't put it up there. But this is in the right place actually. It's under economy. But I think it'll be better up there. And so yeah. So you just enter it like this. I think, but can't remember. I think it was just like that. I don't know. And now this is your currency symbol. So if you're in Europe, you can do that weird other thing. That's the pound symbol. That's what it's called. But if I just want to make a minus sign, You can do that, or a %sign. So yeah, but I usually just leave it at $sign since I'm in America. Yes. And here, this is 10 trillion. This is the max money it can have, which goes to this. So, and it can't have one more zero because it limits like something about a Java double, which I'm pretty sure is bad because I tried doing that once and it did not work out on my server. Keep this at false. You don't need it. Non-essentials in help. This means any other plugin commands will be in the help. So when you do /help, will other things that are not essential show up? If you want that, make this true. Hide permissions help, just keep that true. Chat, now you can have like a 200 block radius, okay? So you know how on a server, if one person's at one end and the other person's at the other end, they can talk to each other. Now, if you make this 200, they only can talk, when they say something, it's only broadcasted over 200 block radius. So if I make this 1, that'd be pretty stupid because someone would have to be right on top of the person or in the same block for them to talk. That would be quite weird. So 0, I think 0 is, 0 is infinite. Or is it -1? I don't know. It will be fixed later. Format. Now, let's say, you know, you can just change all the stuff right here. Anything in a curly bracket represents something that's like PHP where it's remembered and all that stuff. It was not PHP yet, I don't think. So you can do it like this. So, you know, when you talk, it's, when you talk, it's always got those greater than and then less than signs. So if you don't want that, you can just have a display name like this, colon, and their message, and that's how it'll display for everyone. And if you want group formats, you do them. I'm not gonna talk about that. You'll probably figure it out later. Protect. Don't really need to worry about any of this unless you actually know what MySQL is or SQLite and all that stuff. I do, but I'm not gonna re-enter all this stuff because you have to enter your password. All right. So alert on placement. This is lava, but not in the bucket form. This is TNT. This is lava in the bucket form. On use. Since that's item. Since this is an item, it has to be on use or on break. Let's say if they break no, that won't work anymore. Let's say they break ice. I don't know what the ID for ice is, so we'll just say derp. No, what's a good number for derp? 6. If they break 6, aka derp, it'll be notified to everyone on the server. Or if they do 51, which is fire, it'll be notified to everyone on the server. And if someone can get a picture of it, they can report you, which is very good for griefing, but I don't usually do on break. On use, you can also do 326, which is a water bucket, but that's not usually good because people usually place water buckets. Which block should people be prevented from placing? This is lava, TNT. I usually allow lava buckets because, you know, some people like using that for decoratives and all that. Usage, let's say it doesn't make this, this has to be an item, which is, if you go here, this is the items. Let's say they can't use 259. 259, alright? And break, pistons, all that stuff. Now, preventing, this is really fun. Lava flow, water flow. If you make this true, the lava will not flow. If you make this true, water will not flow. And I usually keep water bucket flow enabled. And this is preventing, not allowing, by the way. Lava fire spread and flint fire. I usually make that true since that's Griefer's Griefer's handy tool, handyman tool, whatever. You know what I mean. Villager death. You can even prevent villagers from dying. Those little NPCs that are ugly, very ugly. And Enderman pickup. I'm not going to go over all these because I'm pretty sure you can read without me telling those to you. Entity target. It prevents and monsters won't follow players if you make this true. It makes them not follow. False. Makes them follow. I usually like following, doing false. Spawn. This if you do slash, again with the slash spawn mob. Chicken. If I do this, right, I'd make chicken true. This is preventing this time. No chickens will spawn, and I don't think I'm not sure about this, but this will also prevent them from spawning naturally. So they won't spawn in like the real world without, so they'll never spawn. So I usually do this for the Endermen because those are very annoying when they move my beautiful creations on the other side of town. Let's see what else. snowman, which is used for like a lot of people's snowman grief, you know, all that. So I prevent those and all that jazz. Let's see, protect signs. So if you want signs, it'll say if someone tries destroying your sign, it will say this sign is you cannot destroy the sign. It says like the username and it says something about it being protected. But now if you place the sign and you break it, that block under it is no. It's like no. Just make this true. Yeah, just make this. No, I don't know. You do what you want with that. Prevent users from destroying rails. If they try to destroy a rail, we'll allow them. I should make that false because, you know, and block below. Now this is very annoying. I was about to talk to you about this up there, but now I waited to get down here. Let's say I place a sign. This will be my sign, and I place oops. Here's a block. Okay, here's my block. Here's my sign. Now if someone breaks this, this sign would go away. But now if I have that true, it would go back. But also if someone destroys this, if the person who made the sign destroys it, no one else can destroy this block except them, and so that gets very annoying, having to go there myself as an admin or an op, destroying it and placing it back. Very annoying and tedious. So I make this false. Prevent block on rails. Read that. Yeah. Mem store, don't even worry about that. Now disabling. Should fall damage be disabled? Now if I say if I don't want damage fall damage to be enabled, you can make this true, and it's like the rest for all this. And one on build disallow. Let's say you have world edit or world guard, and they're trying to build in a zone, and they're in a zone they cannot build, so they try it. And now if you make this false, they'll think it was wow, that sounded weird. They usually think that's like a glitch, and they'll keep trying to do it, which makes people think they're trying to grief. But if you make this true, it'll display a message saying you don't have permission to build here. So yeah. And now disabling weather options. This is like storm is, I think it's both of these right here. I'm not sure, but storm. I just make this true. I make all these true because weather is like the most annoying thing in Minecraft. Plus it lags your server quite a bit. So yeah, I make those true. And new players, this is one of the cool sections. So now announce format. Welcome, when someone for the first time, it'll say welcome blank to the server. They're blank as in their name. So here, this is pink. This is like a pink color. Now if we go here again, D is pink. Yeah, I was right. It's pink. But now say we just want their name to be in white. You do and F. So it will say welcome. This in pink, this in white, and this in pink. We'll say like, so it makes it a little easier to spot out when their name, and so you don't have to look around in messages and all that jazz. And spawn point, just keep that as newbies, and just make this normal right here. And also, there's a whole bunch of other commands. I'll leave it more links in the description under like important stuff and all that. And you click on those, it'll give you all the commands you can do in this. One of my favorites is /set spawn, and then do the rank from group manager, like default. Alright? So when someone does /spawn or they die, that's where they'll spawn instead of the initial spawn point when you first started your server. So there's that configuration. That was quite lengthy. I'm pretty sure that was over 20 minutes. I don't know. Well, that was very in detail. You know, it's got text. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll save the rest. Oops, let me minimize. A little lagging. I'll save the rest of this. You don't need to worry about GeoIP or XMPP. PP. I'm so weird. No. Alright, so I'll do Group Manager in another video, so check for that in the description also. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It helps me out, and you'll be notified if I do any other tutorials. And plus, it's only one subscription. What's it gonna do? End the world? And right to say that 2012 is gonna happen early because it is fashionably early to the party, and we're all gonna die. So yeah, thanks for watching, YouTube. Now, yeah, just right here, if the video is up, right, this annotation right here, right on the screen, I'll say click here for Group Manager video, something like that. Click that if it's up. If it's not, wait. Patience. Thanks for watching.